In terms of tips for other organizations, so not just hospitality, I guess this kind of goes out to anybody with deskless workers. What would you say that they need to be doing to help improve their employee engagement?
Right. So I try, you may have noticed I chat on, so I try to keep this really brief. So I think number one, be really specific. So if you're doing an engagement survey or you want people to be engaged, bearing in mind that engagement has such a plethora of meanings that, you know, what is it do you mean by engaged? So in our case, we wanted greater job satisfaction because we wanted to know why were people leaving, how could we make it better? So first of all, be really specific what it is you're trying to achieve or what it is you mean by engaged. Number two, bring people with you. You know, any change management process involves that, but just as, you know, general sort of sense really is that you can't do it as a crusade. I mentioned earlier about, you know, needing to let go, let other people, you know, the most engaging, you know, inspiring person will get to the end, turn around and find no one behind them, because people have got other priorities in their role. They need to understand why this is important and why they've got to see it through to the end, because ultimately you're asking people to go through an additional piece of work that they didn't have. So bringing people with you is key. Third one, take your time. This one was a bit of a personal one, because during the process of doing the survey, I saw loads of stuff online about the annual survey is dead, you know, do the pulse instead. And it made me really think, oh, you know, have I done something wrong here? Have I misinterpreted what it is I should be doing?
Yeah.
But that kind of 12-month process I described, it gives you the time. It really gives you the time to focus on what those results are. It gives you the time to hold the focus groups. It gives you the time to construct a meaningful change. It gives you the time to put the budget behind it. So whilst it isn't the most agile or, you know, or nimble thing, you know, it takes a while to steer the ship, whatever sort of words you want to pick from the HR dictionary. I was really proud of the change that we were able to enact because of the time we took. So I think take your time and have confidence in your own plan. And then finally, perhaps really obviously, but make sure you use the data and refer to it. So don't get the survey and go kind of, oh, that's interesting. Right, so we are going to open 5 more sites. Businesses have to be profitable to run, but your teams are what make the business profitable. The more engaged they are, the more profitable your business will become, as I'm sure we've all read many times. So I think make sure you refer to the data often. Make sure you're linking it back to the feedback that those teams have given you, so that they understand the changes you're making.